So, talking again about the address, as we said, I think we need to relax into the shot a little bit. I think the biggest thing with these short shots is people get so scared of the result that's going to happen, they just lock up and tense up and just hope if I just hang on for dear life, I'll get something that's half decent.
Well, the other day I was at the back of a par 5 for 4. Okay.
Yeah, great.
Maybe I could have taken one club less. I wouldn't have been right at the back of the green, but I was quite happy. But then it was another 4 shots to get it in the hole. Okay, I still scraped a point, but
it should have been exactly.
It should have been 6.
And then looking back in hindsight, one less club for your 4th shot, and then your 2 putt, you're making exactly. It's a 3-shot swing, isn't it? Say, but in terms of your chipping, I think again relaxing into it, get your posture better. Okay, don't get lazy with your posture. Just think, it's a small little chip shot. My posture doesn't matter. It does matter, obviously, in terms of where your body is to get the angle to the golf ball. When you went back now, your right elbow now you can see is coming away from the body. So you're already, at the moment, if we look at where your left forearm is there. Your club now is ahead of that. So you've already, in a sense, flicked the club. But because you haven't flicked it this way, we don't assume you done on the way back. Most people, when they flick chips or they do that scooping, they do it on the takeaway because they try not to use their wrist. So their arm does all the movement, they go back this way, and it creates this angle in your left wrist. As you come back to the golf ball now, your club's already overtaken the hand, and this isn't a bad shot because the lie was pretty good, but it's not such a good lie. It can be a bit thin and a bit scully. So the drill to practice, okay, put a towel down, roughly speaking, about a foot gap between the golf ball and the towel there, or on the edge of your right foot there, and all you're trying to do now is strike the golf ball coming down so you miss the towel. And if you do that, when you went back on this swing was a little bit too long, I think, from memory, okay, as you went back, see your arm now staying into your body. There's a bit of wrist hinge here now. There's no daylight between your right arm and the club there, or right arm and your body, sorry. As you go back, a bit long as we said, but as you're coming down now, the trajectory of this club, or the angle, is sufficiently down enough that we miss the towel. Lovely strike of the golf ball. Your hands have won the race to impact. You've struck the golf ball there, and your shoulder and your hands now are in kind of a line, and that line leaning forward, whereas some of your shots it was behind and you're flicking underneath it, and then you swing through now, your arm keeps going here rather than sort of staying and stopping down. There's a continual move through the golf ball, not a and a jerky stab, okay, and it looks a lot more kind of free flowing this way when you see it, as opposed to sort of a bit wooden with the arm, almost like you're trying not to hit a bad shot, almost a bit like now I think in some ways the wooden method, as we sort of call it, or the sort of the stiff method, kind of works when you're a complete beginner, which you are by far and away nowhere near that, okay? So when you're just trying to chip a golf ball, just make contact, kind of keep everything straight, just swing the club back 3 or 4 feet and just kind of like a putting action kind of thing. And it kind of works. It's very sort of stiff and it's very hard to judge distance, but it gets the ball up in the air somewhere. At your level now, you're trying to get a decent strike, control the trajectory, control the shot itself, using different clubs. Don't be afraid to use your sand. I think it's always a good practice. What's the best way to overcome fear of spiders? Put one on your hand. What's the best way to overcome a fear of sandwich? Every time you miss a green next day, just hit your sand on. Even if it's the wrong club, just hit it every single time. And learn kind of what it does when you hit this sort of shot. So if I get a bit soft, it just pops up in the air and doesn't go very far. And then when you hit these shots, swing and hold and see, okay, what does that look like? What does that feel like? Where's the ball gone? Okay, if I do that then, I kind of get that. Okay. 6 weeks later, I got this shot. It's that one, over a bunker, over or whatever it may be. So you're kind of storing different shots with clubs in your bag. So you're not just thinking, oh, here's my pitching wedge, I'm going to use that all the time, and just if it's over a bunker, well, I'll whack it further, it's going to run too far. You've got a club to play certain shots.
With the sandwich, you've got more of that,
much more angle, I mean, you've got,
on it, so
in some ways, almost 18, 17% more loft. I mean, your pitching wedge is 46, 47 in some cases. Sandine's 55, so you've almost got 10 degrees loft, 9 degrees loft over 45 and 50, so it's about 20% or 18% of loft there. So there's a big change really in terms of how much trajectory more you're going to be able to get. So if you need to get the ball up in the air to go up like this and stop, up in the air and do this and stop, you need height. If the ball's coming in low, it ain't going to stop unless the flag gets in the way, or a bunker on the side.
I've been looking
a couple of smashes in the flag, exactly. But if we can allow that wrist to hinge on the way back, and then we sort of hold that angle in that right wrist, you can see when you're coming down here now how you've still got that angle there. So as you come into impact, you maintain that angle nicely. Lovely shot. And as your arms and the body twist through, there's allowed to be a bit of this after the shot because your arms will get going. So don't try to stop your arms and stop flicking them.
Yeah.
Keep the arm moving. As long as the wrist hinges hold it down the way through.
Yeah.
You miss the mat. Lovely shot. Really, really nice technique. And again, if you can consistently strike the golf ball in and around the green, at least you know with whichever club you choose, sand iron through the bag to, I guess even a hybrid when you could chip with, you know when I swing the club here to here, it goes that far. So if I want to go 10 yards, it's my sand iron this far, it's my pitching wedge that far, my 7-iron this or whatever.
Yes.
If I want to go high shots or low shots, you choose a club and a cord. I think look at your sand iron. It's not a sand club.
No.
It's a high lofted wedge.
Yes.
So if you thought, if your bottom of your club, well, if your sand iron just said 11 and your pitching wedge said 10, I think a lot more people would use their 11 iron because they wouldn't go, oh, it's a sand iron shot.
Yeah.
If you want a high lofted shot, use your sand iron or your 11 iron. If you want a lower lofted shot, use your pitching wedge. If you want a low one, use your 9 iron. You're low. So look at the club, just the angle on the face, not, oh, it's a sand wedge, panic. As a lot of people do. That word sand gets in there, like, oh no, I can't do it. And it strikes fear amongst golfers, and that's the problem. When you've got something in the way to go over, because the consequence of not getting up in the air is greater, we therefore try hard to get the ball up in the air.
Yeah.
And the harder we try, the worse it gets. Your club bottoms out, hits the carpet, and then we just top the golf ball. Make sense?
Yes, it does.
Excellent,
It
good
does.
stuff.